XRP keeps stealing the show here with $2.15 now, well above that $2 resistance level right here. And if we look at XRP against its all-time highs that it managed to set much earlier on in 2018, it is now very, very close. In fact, by percentage point terms, this is just a stone's throw away, especially compared to what it's already pulled off. 60% away from that all-time high after already moving up by 300%. XRP looks like it's the next coin that's potentially going to be hitting its all-time high and potentially even exceeding it. So we're going to be covering it in this YouTube video because you guys already know the deal. It is one of the most memeable coins in the game right now. Obviously, completely going against pretty much everything that crypto has to stand for, but if we stand to make a buck out of it, then who cares, right? And if we take a look at this chart, the way things have gone, there are no more resistance levels up ahead for XRP, and in fact the only price history that XRP has ever had up at this price level basically is right here. It's everything happening here, and we can actually zoom in on this to really understand what was going on back here when XRP was trading here. This is actually going to be really, really interesting as a kind of thought experiment for us. And if we go ahead and put this down onto the 4-hour time frame and take a look at exactly what we're seeing here, let's go ahead and mark that $2 level just so we kind of know what we're dealing with. And just to give you a point of reference, this is roughly where the price is trading at right now. So we can see all of the price action that ever happened to XRP up in this area, and clearly not very much of interesting kind of price levels to report here, right? I mean, XRP managed to top out at $2.80 right here. It saw a big correction down, which ended up taking it from $2.80 down to $1.60. That's a nice 40% correction. It only happened within the course of about a day, but that's totally fine. And since then, I mean, it just kind of started to consolidate literally right where it is now, more or less, a little bit higher than where it is right now. You know, and for the most part, not a whole lot going on here. So this is obviously just more of a discussion about how much bullish energy is there in XRP, for it to go up. And clearly, it's just in such a beautiful series of patterns right now, guys. I mean, I will hate on XRP left, right, and center all day long, 8 days a week. But if there is a good technical chart on this setup, on this coin, then, I'm not one to throw shade at that, right? Like, if there's money to be made, then that's serious. That's something worth looking at. And XRP right here certainly has had such beautiful chart patterns playing out here. If we take a look at yet again another very, very bullish pennant, seeing a phenomenal breakout here, continuing on upwards. And XRP is just doing the same thing on smaller time frames, right? So if we talk about how this is going to be going next, literally the next key thing to be watching is if and when XRP enters consolidation, what that might look like. And we've also got to keep in mind that this is, this is weekend price action, right? I mean, what we're seeing right now, this entire pump happened basically on the weekend. Today's Sunday, we had Saturday, Friday, like the whole pump started just on this weekend bit of price action. The week before, we saw a big move up on Friday and Thursday. So again, toward the end of the week. And so if this does turn into, a kind of Monday through to kind of Thursday period of consolidation for XRP, and if more importantly, if we see, continued kind of bullish biases across traditional finance, I think that's going to really help coins like XRP continue to explode. Because the thing we need to understand is that right now, and I don't know what's going on with my camera, guys, all the like weird artifacts, I'm sorry about it, but the thing we need to understand right now, ladies and gents, and those of you who, are regularly subscribed, smashing up those likes, really appreciate it. You're going to get this very, very well, is that if the broader market is feeling quite happy, then something which is already pumping, something which is already doing really well, doesn't have a reason to stop. And if it doesn't have a reason to stop, but it's already going, then naturally there's going to be a lot of FOMO driving that price narrative, driving that kind of narrative of the bull case forward. And I think that's really working quite well in favor of XRP. And so if traditional finance kind of manages to stay strong for this first week of December here, we could be seeing it looking pretty sweet. And again, I mean, looking at the S&P 500 here, what a phenomenal Friday close here. I mean, there have been, some small pullbacks kind of taking place across November. This one was kind of 2.6%. It only really took about 4 days until the market bottomed out anyway. And so from a traditional finance perspective, there is no reason to expect that this is going to start looking ugly, beginning of next week. I mean, it certainly could, but I don't see a reason to expect that right now. And then obviously, if we just take a look at Bitcoin, which, whether you like it or not, XRP is a coin within the Bitcoin market, right? The crypto market belongs to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still 57% of it. XRP is a very small percentage of that even. But on that note, I do want to show you coin market cap because this is huge. XRP has just flipped Solana here. So Solana has had somewhat lackluster performance over the last couple of days, and XRP has been doing very well over the last couple of days. So we've actually seen XRP flip it and overtake Solana. Now, fun fact, XRP actually flipped Ethereum back when I started trading in like 2017, 2018. I'm pretty sure it was like early 2018. So absolutely crazy stuff here. The fact that XRP actually became the second most valuable coin in crypto. If that were to happen again, XRP would have to pull off effectively a 3.8 times gain or something absolutely astronomical, which put XRP at about $6, $7. I'm not saying that that's impossible, but I'm definitely not saying that that's super conceivable right now, because one of the big things that we need to keep in mind when we balance out this analysis is that this only works, this chart only works if the market is really happy and bullish, right? As soon as people start becoming a little bit more negative, as soon as you just lose your reasons to be as happy and excited for the market as you are right now, it's very easy for this coin to die. And it's happened a million times before. If we take a look at some of its smaller pumps, you can see just how quickly we managed to erase this, right? I mean, we're on the daily time frame, and you can't make this up. You're literally talking consistently within like 2 weeks, 1 week, you have lost half of all of the gains that you've managed to produce for XRP. It goes down almost just as quickly as it goes up, but it usually goes down right back to where it started. And that's exactly what happened here. I mean, this rally started, in fact, it usually swings that low by a little bit. This kind of rally, this started down here at about 11 cents right here, managed to rally up to about $3.50, but look at the bottom. It was even lower than its previous bottom right here. We're not counting this wick because I'm pretty sure this was a glitch, but it went all the way down to 10 cents right after it set that all-time high. So XRP has this disastrous kind of price behavior of just dying, and XRP holders really don't like being reminded of this right now, but that's neither here nor there. We're not really particularly worried at all about whether somebody wants to hear something or not. What we're more worried about is safeguarding our capital and making fucking cash, right? You guys are all about that with me here on this YouTube channel, and I want to show you something absolutely huge while we are here, because you guys who are interested in trading these markets, whether it's XRP or anything else, stand to make huge amounts of money when you start trading using these exchanges linked in the description below. Bybit is going to give you up to 30k in just completely free trading capital that you can throw into the game. Any profits that you generate with that money are going to be yours to keep, which is absolutely sick. Blowfin has even more aggressive bonuses, and they're still running this campaign where you can get an Apple Watch all the way up to a Tesla Model 3, depending on how much you trade on Blowfin. So check them all out, because they give you free money to trade with when you sign up. Obviously, only if you're not from a restricted region. And check this out right here. Obviously, like I say, we're all about that money. Take a look at this. That's 3,500% profit, 3,500% profit, and 1,600% profit on my TRX position. You can go ahead and pause this, and obviously some people are worried about this being a screenshot, so if I just kind of play around with the interface, I know that it's blurry, but that's just my camera. You can tell that that's clearly not an edited Photoshop screenshot. And so this is my point, is that we're all about making money in this YouTube channel, right? And so it's not about, if XRP Army gets upset that I remind them about the literal reality that's happened over 100 times on this damn chart. It's not about that. It's not about if these people get upset. They can. It's more engagement. Please do. But what's much more important than that is understanding the characteristic of this chart and just not being naive enough to say that it's going to be different every single subsequent time that you see it. It might be different. It could be different, right? Shit happens. But typically, it's not, right? And typically, a coin like this, it's just so overwhelmingly likely to repeat what it's done before. Because the number one thing you need to really understand, and we're getting very serious, I'm leveling with you in this YouTube video, ladies and gents, is that when people buy XRP, they're not buying it because, it's connected to the banking industry, and, it's a very corporate type crypto that's very serious, and it's not really a meme coin, and now Gary Gensler is going, and the SEC is going to get a little bit more comfortable with it, and, all of the other reasons that you can pick out of your bucket, of reasons to hold on to an asset that doesn't move for 7 years. You could have a million, because even though it's performing so well, it's done so bad against other coins, but you could easily make such an incredibly bullish case about XRP for all of those reasons. But the bottom line is that people are not buying it for that reason. People are simply buying it because they think it'll make them money. It's just it's just the same as real life, right? I mean, if somebody shows them as very, very cheap and easy to get, then as soon as you got them, as soon as you got what you want out of them, whatever the case may be, they don't seem particularly valuable anymore. And it's the same thing with XRP, where as soon as this thing starts dropping, you don't have a reason to stay in anymore, right? With Bitcoin, you might, right? With Bitcoin, you might have a reason to stay in because, you know, you got, Michael Saylor posting incredible Bitcoin balance sheets and so on. So, you know, I mean, there's a million different reasons that you might hold on to Bitcoin when it goes from kind of 70k down to 15k, which is only an 85% drop, which compared to XRP, which has done substantially worse, is a 96% drop from this, which is its only kind of real bull market, which has set an all-time high in the last 7 years. But crucially, what's much more important than this is if we just go ahead and kind of place the line right here to show you where XRP bottomed out, let me show you where Bitcoin bottomed out by comparison in terms of percent, because Bitcoin bottomed out by about 85%, and that puts Bitcoin's total loss over here. And this is a really important chart that I want you guys to really pay attention to right now as you continue to look at XRP while you think that everything's unstoppable and you're a fucking genius, because, you know, good news for you. You stumbled upon this YouTube channel where I don't sugarcoat things to you because I ain't getting paid by somebody to spew all this bullshit. Only person that pays me is my own trading account, ladies and gents. And here's the difference between XRP and Bitcoin, for an example, just showing you how much you stand to lose being in a coin like this if you're late to exit, right? Just putting this on the linear scale, you know, this is the absolute high. Bitcoin came all the way down here. XRP came significantly lower. I know this doesn't look like a big deal, but just to get up to where Bitcoin bottomed out, it's a 333% increase. So that's a 4.3 times gain, right? So for XRP to just match Bitcoin's worst performance, XRP would have had to move up by a factor of 4x. Really important note, it doesn't particularly matter now, but who cares? You're already holding XRP. You're just looking for a price to sell at, right? And I don't have that price for you, but what I do have is some extremely compelling evidence to suggest that if XRP does top out at some point soon, eventually it's going to top out, right? If it does, when it does top out, the top could be very quick, the subsequent drop could be very quick, and that drop could be very, very deep. Again, you can choose to just disagree with me and get upset and cry and bitch and moan, but it ain't going to change the facts. And so I'm talking about those of you, I'm talking to those of you that really appreciate grounding yourselves in the facts. And ladies and gents, if you are enjoying this YouTube channel, definitely smash up those like, double check that you're subscribed, and check out those beautiful links in the description down below for huge bonuses on these exchanges if you do want to trade them. But like I said, XRP is looking really good. I don't think it has anything between it and its all-time high right now. And then if it does get to its all-time high, it's crypto season, right? And so I would actually expect it to surpass its all-time high. And there's absolutely no way that I can put a valuation on where this thing might go. The only thing that I think is kind of worth discussing is just looking at XRP compared to Ethereum in terms of market cap, right? And the reason that I think that that's particularly interesting is it just gives us an idea in terms of just overall sheer size and sheer scale in the market of what XRP could look like at certain price levels. And so I just want to do a super simple math calculation with you guys, which is literally just 144. I'm sorry, what am I doing? Let's go ahead and grab Ethereum's market cap. It's not 144, it's 444 divided by XRP's market cap, which is 120. So this is Ethereum divided by XRP. It is 3.7 times larger. And XRP is currently trading at 2.15. So if XRP doesn't inflate anymore, which it probably will because it's a scam token, $8 is going to be that potential price target for XRP to reach where Ethereum is right now. And, you know, the idea here is me basically saying that XRP could, for a day, for a week, for maybe a month, but that would be surprising, reach an equivalent valuation to where Ethereum is right now. And I don't think that that's totally impossible, right? Because the other thing about XRP is it just has face-melting rallies at points like this. The other thing we got to keep in mind is, like, I want you to see the market like a whale sees the market, right? I want you to see the market like somebody that actually really makes a lot of money, rather than somebody that's just desperate, putting $1,000 in, hoping to come out with $1 million. That's great, that's fine, I get it, I've been there, but we need to think of the market more realistically than that if we actually stand a chance, if we want to stand a chance at really making some significant capital here. And so the way to visualize this market is understanding what you're trading. And XRP is a kind of coin that just pumps ridiculously when it's going and then dumps equally as fast when it's dropping down, because it's purely there for being a pump and dump, right? I mean, on paper, it's there for other reasons, but in practice, it only gets used for the purposes of being a pump and dump. And so when we consider it from that perspective, it's actually totally reasonable that XRP can be worth what Ethereum is worth right now. Number one, because it's happened before, and number two, because when it does start going, pardon me, it doesn't stop, right? It's just an equation of supply and demand. You got nobody that wants to sell their XRP, and everybody and their grandmother wants to buy it because it's making everybody else money. And so this thing just moves quick, right? This is the entire crypto space. The entire crypto space works like this. XRP is just even more extreme. And because of all of that, I don't think it's unreasonable to suggest that another kind of 3 to 4x gain comes in, puts XRP, significantly higher up in market cap. I mean, it's about to flip Tether, for God's sakes. It's about to become, it's already the top 3 as far as kind of real coins go. And so, it's done incredibly well, and to suggest that's going to stop now, I think it's absolutely crazy. And just for XRP to get back up to its previous all-time high, this $120 billion market cap will be turning into it'll be turning into a $200 billion market cap, right? Just to get to its all-time high, which is pretty much a done deal now at this point, right? I think that's pretty clear that XRP is going to be getting to its all-time high. Perhaps not right now, but I think very, very soon. It's already surpassed the high from 2021. And we haven't really even fully kicked off this bull market, right? I mean, this is the other thing that I think, a lot of people just aren't really thinking of, is that, this bull market is still relatively early. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people have different opinions on this, but my opinion's pretty clear. Trump isn't even in office yet. We got 4 years of him being in office with potentially friendlier crypto regulations, just generally healthier, happier economy. In that kind of circumstance, I'm just not totally convinced that this is, anywhere close to the end stages of the bull market. And so to me, we're kind of like just having our starters. We're not even at appetizers yet. Like they just put the bread on the table and the butter, and we've barely just gotten started. That's kind of how I see things. And so if that's, something we're going to be putting XRP in perspective of, then actually XRP could have a hell of a lot longer to be rallying up from here as well. And so we've already put out a couple of price targets. I don't know how much I'd kind of subscribe to them, but I'll tell you what, guys, another big thing that we're seeing on this XRP chart right now is XRP is really just at one of its final zones of resistance right now on this chart, right? I mean, if we take a look at this right here, it's got quite a sizable bit of resistance where it is right now on XRP against Bitcoin, sitting at about 2,200 Satoshis here, which is good. I mean, there's a lot of resistance here, but if this thing breaks this resistance, there's no more resistance up ahead, and this is what I'm way more bullish about than Bitcoin right now, right? I actually think that for this reason alone, XRP has to pull back at least a little bit, because to me, it's completely inconceivable that it can pump through this resistance level without at least some sort of a pullback, right? Something a little bit like this. This would represent a huge drop for XRP, right? We're talking about 36% down against Bitcoin, probably more like 50% down against the dollar. However, it would be very, very healthy. It's happened before, and it doesn't have to end this bull market for XRP. It could be that XRP enters a more healthy, genuine bull market that lasts a little bit longer this time, right? I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen. And if it does, this would be a great way to achieve it, right? So we really got to keep an eye on this Bitcoin valuation. If it does break this resistance level against Bitcoin, I don't see XRP stopping. I think it's going to get crazy. And I mean, against Bitcoin, it got really, really extreme last time. To be honest, it might never be able to get that high again. But again, when you are in a kind of mania phase of the market, these numbers, these figures, these valuations, they don't have to make sense because the market doesn't hold on to them, right? The market only gets to these ridiculously high inflated valuations, very, very temporarily, and very much only at the very top, only at the very, very last stages of the bull market, right? So, it's not like the numbers have to make sense. They just have to stay there for long enough for you to exit. And that's kind of the game that we're playing here in crypto, quite honestly, right? Nobody's going to tell you this stuff, but that's why you're here right here on this YouTube channel. So there you go, ladies and gents. Hope you've enjoyed this video. You know what to do if you have. Smash up those likes, double check that you're subscribed, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.